I love it. I love this energy because we've got beginnings coming up here, right? Um, I'm gonna have a look at what's coming up underneath this because that's the way I do it in the personals. That comes from the bottom of the deck. So what else is at the bottom of the deck? Why? What's led to this? Very much like Scorpio's reading. They're looking to establish something solid, real, long-term security with the Ace of Pentacles. You're looking to start something. It's. I mean, I said this to them. I'm gonna say it to you. To have gone through this shit, and this is the shadow of all the crap that's ever happened in the past. The difficulties, the betrayals, the deceptions, the lies, getting stabbed in the back, just, whatever it is, the nightmare of everything that's gone in the past. But then to come out of that, because that's the completion of that cycle, right? It's done, it's finished, it's gone. The writing's on the wall. We know who to trust, who not to trust. We know all of that. We might have trust issues sometimes after the Ten of Swords, but we know to be able to have this, to have a full cup, to consider potential for new happiness. Oh, this is going to make me happy, right? Ace of Cups is new love, new happiness, whatever. And love isn't romance. Can be romance, but it's not only romance. It can be a new job or something new that makes us very happy, whatever it is. And the aces are always ours. So this is all about what's in my cup. How do you feel? Amazing to have that kind of hope, that kind of positivity, that kind of striving for ultimate happiness. Because don't forget, the cycle begins with the Ace of Cups, but it leads us to the 9 and the 10 of Cups, which is that happily ever after, heart's desire kind of energy. To have that after this, amazing, Sagittarius. Pats on the back all around for everyone. Now, I understand that. Like I said, that's a shadow, right? It can be the nightmare of stuff that's happened in the past. Is that why you have the Strength card coming up at the heart of your reading now? This could be Leo energy. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have you guys there. Fire energy, a lot of fire energy coming up. But the signs don't own the cards. Remember that. They just lend their energies or characteristics. And with the Strength card coming here, this might be reminding you. I had this conversation actually with a Gemini friend of mine. I talked about it in the Gemini reading as well, where, one of the strengths that we have that's shown by this card is endurance. It's know that you have the strength because you've endured so much with that 10 of Swords, right? But it's about inner strength. It is the strength to overcome any obstacles that might be in the way. And remember, she's the one that has the strength, not the lion. She's kind of checking his teeth. I don't know what she's doing, but she's the one that has the strength. She's that has that courage. This is not about, letting passions run too high or getting angry or any of that kind of forceful stuff. It's not the more animalistic side of ourselves. It's control over that, but still having the courage and the strength to go forward. And I'm kind of getting that link to this, whatever happened in the past, because have a look at what happened in the past. We have the 7 of Wands coming up. This is defensive energy. Also, I want to say when the 7 of Wands comes up, we're very busy dealing with the crap that's coming at us, right? There's wands coming at him. That's why he's braced for impact. He's defending what's his. And that's what the 7 of Wands is. Standing your ground. And that's what it's been like for a lot of you for a long time. It's amazing, trust me, to get the Ace of Cups. And there's one card on its own. The Ace of Cups is pretty beautiful anyway. But when we look at the other stuff, when we look at, the hope and the love and whatever else you have in your cup that comes up here, coming from a place, it's born out of this. It's born out of this defensiveness, having to deal with, like I said, crap coming at you, This can also be a time where we can't express. We can't put our energy out into the world because we're so busy dealing with what's coming at us. How can we express anything? All we can say is no, stop, no more. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I don't want this anymore. And the 7 of Wands, it does say, it's nothing to show that you won't succeed. So you've kind of been in the fight. It's that warrior spirit card for a while now. This could be last week, last month, last year, a few years for some people, right? Where does that lead? We have the Queen of Wands coming up in the present. I love it. I love it. Because this is not now, you're not fighting stuff. You're not braced for impact. None of that. You're getting ready, or you are ready, your fabulous self, to go step out there, step into the spotlight, to go for the things that you want. No more defending, right? It's about going for it. And she does put herself out there, the Queen of Wands, because she knows who she is. And think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment. Having gone through whatever comes through here, and there's a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle, chaos and conflict, or when we've gone through difficult time, it shows us what our true colors are. It shows us who we truly are. It's, anyone can be a bloody warrior sat on that's not even a warrior. A warrior doesn't come out during peace times. Warrior spirit comes out during times of war. And we all have our own battles. We all have our own wars, whatever those are. Other people, situations, work, relationships, whatever. But you're sitting pretty now with the Queen of Wands coming up underneath the Ace of Cups. Now, I want to say this. If this is a romantic love reading for you, then you're very attractive at this time. I hope you're putting yourself out there. I hope you're, because, this could be a new offer of love coming in or a new start within an existing relationship. But it doesn't have to just be romantic. If you're trying to make new friends, if you're trying to socialize more, she's very social, the Queen of Wands. And I can imagine if you've been dealing with stuff, if you've been dealing with this, you haven't had a lot of time to get out there and have some fun and mingle with people and just enjoy people, right? Do that very Sagittarian thing of just enjoying socializing, being around other people. But nevertheless, I don't want to downplay it. You have strength coming up at the heart of this. So it does require strength. It does require courage. And only you know what you've been through. It's that whole saying, that don't judge anyone. You don't know what storm they've just passed through. And that's the case with you guys. So it can go both ways. I want to say this. It is a general reading. And I want you to understand if someone's a little bit... Because the Queen of Pentacles, or the King and Queen of Pentacles, they are more the kind of physical, traditional, let's commit, let's do this energy. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, sometimes they don't always commit. And I'm not really seeing that commitment here. This is about fresh energy, new energy. And it does feel like someone who's testing the waters after a testing time, with this energy that's gone on. So that's okay. Be understanding if that's someone else who's doing that. Or, it kind of feels like, yeah, you're out there. You look great. You're attractive. You're pretty and stuff. But where's this going? There might be some of that. Pause. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because it is taking someone courage to even get this far, to even have the hope of something new, to put themselves out there. The other thing with the Queen of Wands is she is attractive, like I said, and it can be that somebody might be looking at you and thinking, oh my God, Sagittarius is like too good for me. Or you might be looking at someone else and thinking that. Whenever I see the King, Queen of Wands, we sometimes look at them and think, wow, that person's too amazing for me. Someone that's in the spotlight, right? But there are emotions coming about from this. There is a happiness or the potential for happiness that you can see in this situation. Now, if it's nothing to do with relationships, if this is, I don't know, it's so general and it's so big. The energy's big here because we have strength, because we have the Fool here and we have the Ace of Cups. This could be an overall just more positivity about how you see your life, where you take things. But that's coming from you. That's emanating from you. And it's on you now to take action, to pursue your passions always. Because that's what the King and Queen of Wands do. They pursue their passions. Don't worry about the long term. Don't worry about what the outcome's going to be. Don't worry, just be glad that that's over, whatever was coming at you. Now it's time for you to express your passion, express your energy, put your energy out into the world. And where does that lead? Well, we have the Page of Cups coming up. Now the Pages, I've said this many times, they are very similar energies to Aces for me. So this is a budding emotion. Some new feeling coming in. I will say this. Some of you might be putting yourself out there to think, hey, this looks like fun. Or, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, a project, a hobby, something that you plan to do with your family, whatever it is. And you might get into it thinking it's fun. It's, I can get involved in this. It inspires me to do this. Because you want to take it easy, right? After all of this. And yet there's emotions involved in a great way. I mean, we've got the Page of Cups and we've got the Ace of Cups. That's beautiful energy, but it's the beginning of that. So it could be some emotions coming back. It could be a new cycle within an existing situation or a brand new situation. Brand new. That's the thing with the Page of Cups. And I always point this out, especially in this deck. Have a look. There's that river behind, right? Did he catch the fish in the river? And he loves it. He's nurturing it. He's put it in his cup. But that fish can't live in the cup. It can't live in the cup. It has to be nurtured. It has to be grown. It has to be expressed. Now, is that where the courage comes in? Is that where the courage comes in? Because we've got strength above the Page of Cups. The courage to pursue this, to explore this, to express this. Something new. Something new coming in that makes you feel good. And look at your advice. Your advice is the Fool. And the Fool is very much that energy of, again, there's no guarantees. There are no guarantees, right? And when we go through crap like this, we do sometimes think, well, I don't know if I want to get involved in that. What if I end up having to defend what's mine again? Or if I get stabbed in the back again? They can be that, of course. You know, that's normal human nature to go back to, well, the last time this situation happened, what happened? We kind of go there. But the Fool talks about a leap of faith. It talks about a leap of faith. And why is he's trusting, he's excited, he's happy to go on this new adventure. But why? Because he wants to experience something new. He wants to experience something new. I always see the Fool as very similar to the Knight of Wands. You know, someone who's in it for the adventure, who's in it for the experience. You don't want more of this, right? So of course you're going to go in a different direction. The Fool doesn't have a map. So for all of those people that want guarantees, because that can be the kind of, I'm kind of getting that here, that, and it's not because, you know, what will happen, will this happen? It's not that kind of energy. It's more like, I don't want to repeat of the past. That's what's coming. I don't see that happening. The kings and queens, all of the court cards from Wands, they all go in different, they always go in a different direction because they feel something. They're true to how they feel in that moment. They're true to what inspires them in that moment. And if you do that, the emotions come through it. And this could be quite kind of surprising to you, that there's emotions behind this when you might be looking for something lighter. But that's what the Fool is asking you to focus on. What is lighter here? What is, you know, something new that you want to go with? And like I said, he doesn't have a map. And I always refer, if you've ever played Minecraft, any of you that have, in Minecraft, when you get a map, the map's only populated by the areas that you have been. And that's kind of why he doesn't have a map, because he doesn't want to go where he's been. He wants to go somewhere new, right? That's why it's a leap of faith. He doesn't know what's going to happen. But the point is not where he's going. The point is that he takes that leap of faith to says yes. And you don't have to have faith in your path. You don't have to have faith in what's going to come up. If you've already dealt with this, trust me, you know how to deal with it again. And you'll deal with it even better. The example that I always give when this kind of energy comes up is, and I've said it a couple of times actually in this batch, is I don't know if you've seen that movie Groundhog Day. There's so many movies like that. You know, where the character repeats the same day again and again and again. In Supernatural, there was an episode where Sam had to do the same day again and again. But, you know, it's that kind of energy. Now, think about it. Even if the same events happen every single day, even if the same cycle comes about, this is fears of the past, right? You're different. The day isn't exactly the same. It might be the same car coming around the corner. It might be the same person saying the same thing to you, whatever. Everything's the same. But you're different because you've experienced it before. You're taking that knowledge with you into the new day. You'll know what to do. You'll do something different. You'll react differently. And that's the faith that you have, that you will know what to do with whatever comes up on your path. You will know how to deal with it. Like I said, it was an amazing Sagittarius season. And I have a lot of Sagittarians in my life, and I've been seeing the changes in them as well. I will see you next time, but that's all for now. Goodbye, my lovelies.